Hey guys, my name's Cody and I'll be joining the Furious Technology team. As I'm sure you'll come to find, I'm a huge Android fan, so I thought what better way to introduce myself than going over my top 5 favorite features of the new Android L Developers Preview. So let's go take a look. So of course, the Nexus 5 and Nexus 7 are the only devices Google has released the Android L Developers Preview to. However, I was able to flash it to my Nexus 5, which I have as my backup phone currently. And so far it's been great, but the first thing I want to touch on is going to be the lock screen. They did change this quite drastically, actually. They're having notifications pop up on the front, very similar to how Apple displays on the iPhone. Um, I know in KitKat that they used to have a complete layover for the music. It is now shown up only as a notification, similar to when you receive a text message, which I actually kind of prefer. And of course, there's little animations for every little button press. Everything goes to its right place, and it seems to be running quite well, actually. And of course, on the lock screen, we do have swipe actions. If we end up swiping to the left, it does bring us to the phone dialer. And of course, each button press has a nice little animation. You can swipe over to favorites, contacts, recent calls, and actually tapping on each header will give you a nice little splash of animation there. They really did a nice job on recreating the dialer for the Android L preview. Swiping right, of course, will take us to the camera, but that's just the same as we were all used to on KitKat devices. However, one major thing that they changed, you can see that there's no longer a lock icon on there. So now instead of swiping that lock icon, you just swipe up anywhere on the screen and it'll unlock the device for you. However, a nice thing that they have added in here is a brand new Google keyboard. So it's completely redesigned to fit Google's new material redesign. Um, as you can see, they've gotten rid of the definitive character buttons. They're now just one splash of lettering, which kind of creates a nice, cool feel. I like the circle emoji icon. Everything kind of feels quick. It's very, very nice to handle. I wouldn't say that it's improved on prediction or anything like that. It seems pretty much the same that I've constantly been used to. And of course, as you can see below, I am pressing the new nav bar icons. Notification shade plays a huge role in this. Instead of the usual black drop down, it's created a new transparent tab that will only actually display anything over top of your screen if you have a notification. As you can see, you can swipe down for the quick toggles. Each of them has their own individual animation when you press them. One major thing you'll notice actually in that panel is that there's no battery icon there anymore. And of course, they have introduced the mute feature, or do not disturb feature rather. You can set a time, you can set it so it's just until you turn it off, which actually brings us into the new settings menu that they've reintroduced into this preview. Instead of going for the dark hollow theme, they've of course stuck to the new material guidelines. It's a lot lighter with kind of like a teal color. Tends to be quite nice, and of course, as I said before, the battery was not in the notification shade there, so if you do want to view any usage, you have to go directly into the settings. But they did actually include a few extra things, including how much time is approximately left on your device based on your usage currently, and of course all the usual stuff like screen on time and what else is using your battery. And of course I will go to About Device just to show you guys that I am using the Android L Developers Preview. So of course it's just using its code name. It's not officially named yet. We'll find out in the fall what Google ends up officially naming it. And of course, accompanying this beautiful device, which has been out for just close to a year now, just under, I guess, is Android Runtime, which is now no longer using Dalvik. It is using the Art Runtime system. For those of you that don't know what that is, it's a new runtime which uses an AOT compilation. What that means is that it's ahead of time, so processes apps, all that kind of stuff is essentially preloaded, so everything just responds and feels much faster, similar to how Apple devices are currently. Which brings us to the end of the video. I just wanted to take a moment to thank you all for watching this. It really is an honor to create content here at Furious Technology. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know and I'll try and get back to you as soon as possible. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.